This is a great start to my day after college. In the previous vlog, I unboxed the new microphone and it wasn't working very well. In fact, it wasn't working on some people's devices. I only had one speaker. I figured out the problem and it's actually really interesting, so I'm going to take the next segment to explain what the problem is. Google, turn on the studio lights.
You got it. Turning 2 lights on.
I was going to explain right away, but I'm just going to take a moment to rest first. Right, so on to the explanation as to what happened to the audio. Actually, I think this will work much better if I were to draw this out for you. Okay, I'm just gonna trust this autofocus system. I know it's gonna be a little noisy, I apologize. So if you've ever taken a course in physics, you would know this, but I'm going to explain this very briefly. In physics, this is how you draw a wave. That right there is a crest, and that right there is a trough. I got a pretty bad mark in physics, so I'm trying my best here. So sound travels in waves, and this is the sound, and let's say this is a sound wave. Now waves can actually interact with each other. So what happens is, if we were to have a wave that's the exact mirror of this one, which would look like this. Just to make things simpler, I'm going to give these values. So let's say this is a 1, this is a -1, that's a 1, this is a -1. This line right here represents 0. So down here, this would be a -1, this would be a 1, this would be a -1, and that would be a 1, and this is 0. Now if you were to actually add these together, they would cancel out. So 1 plus -1 equals 0, 1 plus -1 equals 0, and so on. So basically you get nothing. It's just a straight line, there's no wave. Now how does this explain what happens to the audio in my last video? Well, these are the sound waves from the audio recording in my last vlog, and I'm going to amplify these just to make it more clear. See how they're exact mirrors of each other? This is stereo, so this one here represents the left channel and this one here represents the right channel. Left speaker, right speaker. And so when played back, it sounds really weird. Testing. I don't know if the camera is picking this up, but it's testing. Do you hear how weird that sounds? But check this out. If I hold one of these speakers, it will not play because it can't vibrate to produce any sound waves. So if we play it now, testing. You only get audio from the left side, but it sounds fine. Testing. And to make the example even more clearer, let's bring the two speakers together, where now the two waves will directly interact with each other. Now if we play it, notice how quiet it is. Testing. Very quiet. Testing. But if I take my finger and stop one of these from playing, testing. It's much louder. Testing. The sound waves are exact mirrors of each other and they're canceling each other out. So I opened my file here in Adobe Audition, which has more options. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know, I just really like this program. But as you can see, it's the same audio file. Sounds really weird when I play it. But in Audition, I can actually convert it into a mono track, and we can mix it 50-50, which combines the two mirrored sides, and look what happens. They absolutely cancel each other out. So now when we play it, and that was what you guys were hearing. Now, not all of you were subjected to that. In fact, some of you were actually able to hear the audio. And this seems really weird at first, but I figured it out. See, this is an iPhone 5S, and it only has one speaker on the bottom. This is mono, not stereo. So what happens with phones like this and the GS5, it combines the two mirrored tracks together to produce the sound, since it's only one speaker, thus producing this, which means no sound. And that's just the way this thing works, this cable. Okay, great, I've located the problem. Now what? Well, now that I know what the issue is, I'm actually able to fix it in software. And I went ahead and placed an order right away for another cable, which should fix this issue. Because my best guess right now is this issue is caused by the cable itself. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to share about this problem. I think it's really neat how it works. So rest assured, the microphone sounds great. In fact, I think in some scenarios it might sound even better than my Blue Yeti microphone. The big desktop microphone. Yeah, that's the end of this segment. I want to work on a video today, but I don't think I can. Procrastination. I think this is what's been holding me back for a while in terms of making YouTube videos. And not specifically the procrastination of my YouTube videos, but procrastination of other things around me that affect my scheduling to make YouTube videos. It's actually pretty late right now, so I think I'm gonna go grab the lav mic setup. So procrastination was the reason why I wasn't able to work on the video on Wednesday. I was able to work on it on Thursday, and I think that the results are actually pretty good. I was quite happy with it, but I was watching Tim Urban's TED Talk about being in the mind of a master procrastinator, and it reminded me of this chart that he showed when I watched the first time around. This is how many weeks are in the life of a 90-year-old. So assuming you would die at the age of 90, this is how many weeks you have in your life. So currently I am 18, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it'd be somewhere here on this row. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this out right now just to get a good visualization. This is gonna take a long time. So here we are. I didn't actually check off every single one of them because that would have taken way too long. But this is how many weeks I've spent so far on this planet. Assuming I live to 90, which I feel like I'm gonna live longer because of our current advancements in medical technology, but assuming I live to 90, this is how many weeks I have left. Now I know that I'm just 18, I just turned into an adult. I'm still quite young, but just having your whole life laid out in front of you like this on one sheet of paper is really eye-opening. You know, there's so much I want to accomplish, and if I'm just gonna keep on procrastinating, then I don't know how much I'm gonna get done, because just looking back, what did you accomplish during all these weeks? I feel like this is a bit of a sentimental topic, so I'm not gonna stay on it for too long, but the point is that I made another Friday video. I felt really good about it. I want to keep it going, and in order for that to happen, I have to stop procrastinating so much. If you haven't seen Tim Urban's TED Talk, I would highly recommend it. I'll put a card in the top right. I think that's the top right about there. But a habit to blame for procrastinating recently is I picked up gaming again. I haven't been gaming as much as I used to, but I've been playing a lot of PUBG. That's PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds to those who are not aware. My friends have been having this issue where the buildings in the game were not being rendered properly, and they called it the mushroom buildings effect. It's really imperative to early gameplay, and I think I've found a fix for it. I tried it on 2 friends and it works really well. So I think next Friday's video is going to be about that, because I do have exams coming up. I'm not going to have all that much time to film. I think this is a good and fast video to make, and I think it will help a lot of you out. This is where I'm going to cut the vlog off, because if you look here, right there, what does that say? That means the vlog is due in a few hours from now. It's time to start editing.